Chinese carmakers have thrown down the gauntlet in a bold and unyielding move against the European Union, demanding the most severe retaliation against what they deem as blatant and hypocritical trade protectionism, accusing the OAU of veiling its protectionist policies behind the facade of regulatory measures. These manufacturers are calling for a 25% tax on large European cars, igniting a fierce debate that could send shockwaves through the global automotive industry. The OAU's decision to impose punitive tariffs of up to 48% on Chinese electric vehicles reeks of a desperate attempt to shield its ailing car industry from superior competition, a move that reeks of neocolonial arrogance and economic warfare. Beijing, pressured by its own industrial giants, stands at the crossroads of either bowing to European economic imperialism or launching a full-scale trade war that could reshape international trade norms. This standoff is not just about cars. It's a battleground for economic dominance, technological superiority, and national pride. Stay with us till the end as we unravel the intricate layers of this explosive controversy that promises to redefine global trade dynamics. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. Chinese carmakers have urged Beijing to adopt the most severe measures, including a tax of 25% on European Union-made cars with large engines, in response to Brussels' tariffs on electric vehicles made in China. This demand was made during a closed-door meeting with Beijing's Ministry of Commerce, attended by 4 Chinese and 6 European auto manufacturers, as well as industry and research bodies. This meeting highlighted the increasing tensions between China and the EU regarding trade policies, particularly in the automotive sector. The ETO announced last week its plans to raise tariffs on China-made EVs by up to 48% following a probe, with state-owned automaker SAIC Motor Corp being hit the hardest during the meeting. A Chinese trade representative accused the EU of using the investigation as a pretext to steal business secrets from Chinese EV makers. The idea of Beijing retaliating by raising the temporary import tax on vehicles with engines larger than 2.5 liters was first raised in an article in the state-run Global Times in May. Leading up to the EU probe, the European Commission stated that its goal was to restore a level playing field. Almost 1/5 of EVs sold in the EU in 2023 were made in China, with the share forecasted to rise to 25% this year, according to lobby group Transport Environment. However, some EV makers like BYD company might have room to absorb the EU tariffs. BYD was hit with additional duties of 17.4%, the lowest rate out of the 3 Chinese manufacturers investigated by the Commission, and lower than the industry average of 21%. This growing friction between China and the EU over trade policies is part of a larger global trend, where countries are increasingly adopting protectionist measures to safeguard their domestic industries. The automotive sector, in particular, has been a battleground for such policies, given its significant economic impact and the rapid technological advancements in electric vehicles. The push by Chinese carmakers for a 25% tax on large European cars reflects their frustration with what they perceive as unfair trade practices by the EU. They argue that the US tariffs on Chinese EVs are not just about protecting European manufacturers, but also about stifling competition, maintaining a technological edge. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. This situation is further complicated by the fact that many European car makers have significant investments in China. Companies like Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz rely heavily on the Chinese market for their profits. Any retaliatory measures by Beijing could have severe repercussions for these companies, potentially disrupting their supply chains and affecting their bottom lines. The call for severe measures by Chinese carmakers also underscores the strategic importance of the automotive industry in China. The Chinese government has been aggressively promoting the development of its domestic EV industry as part of its broader goal to become a global leader in green technology. This has involved significant state support for Chinese EV manufacturers, including subsidies, tax breaks, and other incentives. However, these policies have also drawn criticism from other countries, including the EU, which argue that they create an uneven playing field. The EU's decision to raise tariffs on Chinese EVs can be seen as a response to these concerns, aimed at protecting its domestic industry from what it sees as unfair competition. Despite these tensions, there are also opportunities for cooperation between China and the EU. In the automotive sector, both regions are committed to reducing their carbon emissions and transitioning to greener forms of transportation. Collaboration in areas such as battery technology, charging infrastructure, and regulatory standards could benefit both sides and help accelerate the global shift towards electric vehicles. However, for such cooperation to be successful, it will require a willingness from both sides to address their differences and work towards mutually beneficial solutions. This will not be easy, given the complex web of economic, political, and technological factors at play, but if successful, it could set a positive precedent for other areas of international trade and cooperation. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. The call by Chinese carmakers for a 25% tax on large European cars, and the criticism of the EA's tariff policies against China highlight the growing tensions between these two major economic powers. As the global automotive industry continues to evolve, these tensions are likely to persist, with significant implications for manufacturers, consumers, and policymakers around the world. Whether through competition or cooperation, the actions taken by China and the EU in the coming years will play a crucial role in shaping the future of the automotive industry and the broader global economy. As the situation develops, it will be essential to closely monitor the responses from both sides, how Beijing reacts to the EU's tariffs, and whether it decides to implement the proposed 25% tax on large European cars will significantly impact the global automotive market. Similarly, the EU's ability to balance protecting its domestic industry with maintaining good trade relations with China will be a critical factor in determining the future of its automotive sector. Moreover, this issue is not occurring in isolation. It is part of a broader context of increasing trade tensions between major global economies, including the US, China, and the EICUE. These tensions have been exacerbated by issues such as the ongoing trade war between the US and China, the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on global supply chains, and the growing importance of technology and intellectual property in international trade. In this context, the automotive sector is just one of many industries that are feeling the effects of these broader trends. Other sectors, such as technology, pharmaceuticals, and agriculture, are also being affected by similar issues, with countries increasingly using tariffs, subsidies, and other trade measures to protect their domestic industries and gain a competitive advantage. As these trends continue to unfold, it will be crucial for businesses, policymakers, and other stakeholders to stay informed and be prepared to adapt to a rapidly changing global trade environment. This will involve not only understanding the specific issues and dynamics within individual sectors, such as the automotive industry, but also recognizing the broader patterns and trends that are shaping the global economy. The call by Chinese carmakers for a 25% tax on large European cars and the criticism of the EI's tariff policies against China are indicative of the growing trade tensions between these two major economic powers. These tensions have significant implications for the global automotive industry and the broader global economy, highlighting the need for careful monitoring and strategic responses from all stakeholders involved. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.